Hello everyone, my name is Alex and today we'll be learning security valuation chapter. Okay, so before starting security valuation, we will first see an important concept which is essential for learning security valuation. Okay, it is this one you have been learning since you were in school. Since you were in 8th grade, you were learning this. Okay, so this concept is known as time value of money. Even in foundation, you were taught about this, but not the application part of it, but just the theoretical part of it were taught to you in foundation level. And in eighth also, you were taught just the formulas and the basic concepts about it. Okay, so the same formula will be applying here. It is the main reason why we calculate NPV. Okay, from this NPV will be derived. Let's see what it is. Okay, suppose this is a person. Okay, this is a person named Ram. Okay, he has rupees 1000 with him. Now if he keeps this money in his locker at his home, okay, will he get any interest? No, right? He will. What will happen if he keeps it in his bank? He will get some interest, let's say 3% to 4%. This 3% to 4% is known as interest. This 1000 will become 1030 or 1040. So applying the same concepts, what if he keeps this money for 3 years? We will do compounding interest, right? This 1030 will form the base of it, and the next year we will get 3% on this 1030. And for the next year, let's say 1030 into 3%, 30.9 plus 1030. And the next year you will have 1060 as the base. This concept is known as compounding interest. Okay, so what formula did I apply here? I just added plus 3% on my calculator. Okay, that is how to find the future value. Present value into 1 plus R. What is R? That is my interest rate. And what is T? T is the compounding factor, that is the time or the years. Okay, so how will I write this? 1000 into 1 plus 0.03 times 3. Okay, the time is 3. I will get this answer. This is for future value. I have 1000 rupees. What will be the value 3 years ahead of the line? Okay. So how do we do it in calculator? 1000 1.03 into 1 2. When we do compounding interest, we just do into just 2 times. Okay, we don't do it 3 times. Into 1000 and we'll get the same answer. Okay, now we'll take another example. The same, let me continue the same example. I have 1092 rupees 3 years down the line. Okay, what is its present value? Okay, what was the value 3 years back? If I have to calculate that, we have to just reverse the formula. What is it? This was my formula, right, for finding future value, right? If I have to find out the present value, I just have to divide it. Will 1000 come here? We want future value here. What is future value? 1092.727. And divide by this factor, you will get the answer. So how to do this? 1, what is this? Or can I write it like this? 1092 divided by 77.77 into 1 divided by 1.0 0.1 plus 0.03 times 3. So what will be the answer? One, 2, 3. I'll press GT. 2.82 times into 1092.727. into 10. I'll get 1000. Okay. So I hope you would have understood how PV and future value works. Okay. This forms the basic of our AFM subject. Now we'll see what Ajay Agarwal sir has given notes for us. Okay. What is future value? Future value is present value. As I showed you, future value is equal to present value into 1 plus 0.3 yani R1 plus R raised to the number of time. Okay, the time which we are holding the asset. Or cash flow into future value factor. Future value factor is 1 plus R raised to T. This will be my future value factor. Okay. Example he has given here. If the principal amount to be invested is 1000 and interest rate is 10%, future value after 1 year, how will we solve it? 1.1 into 1000, 1100. Okay, if I want it for 2 times, I'll just press 1.1 into just one time, and we'll get the answer. Okay, the same goes for 1.03 also. When we do future value, we have to just minus 1 from it. Okay, if here is 3, we have to press equal to just 2 times. Let me tell about future value. Let's discuss future value. Future value, we'll just, what is its formula? Future value divided by 1 plus r divided by t. Yani this is what, this is present value factor. Okay, or future value into present value factor. What is PVF? Present value factor is this thing. Okay, I showed you 2 ways to write it. Future value divided by your present value factor, or cash flow into your present value factor, 1 divided by. Don't multiply it directly. Okay, we have to do it 1 divided by, or else we'll get the answer wrong. We have to, the main reason is we have to divide it so that we can get the right answer. It is a process which discounts future values, that is process of removing interest or return component from the cash flows. Present value removes all the interest or return component. Okay, what we are doing here, in our example we had 1092, right? What answer did we get? 999.99 something. Okay, so roughly it is around 1000. So what did we remove? We removed the interest factor, okay, from our answer. It is what present value does to us, does to this formula. Okay, here we have the same example as we took it. Okay, now how will we calculate present value in various scenarios? In our example, we had just 1000 as our cash flow. Okay, it was even throughout. What if we are getting, let's take an example, the same person Ram, okay, he will be getting pension in his bank. He will be getting pension in his bank, let's say rupees 1000 in 1 year, and rupees 1500. Okay, let's not take pension, let's take, he'll get bond interest. Okay, he has deposited some amount and he'll get bond interest. In the first year he'll get 1000, next year he'll get 1500. The bond interest rates are fluctuating, but not this much. We'll just take it as an example. Let's take it as dividend. Okay, dividend is fluctuating, so we'll take dividend. Okay, 1000 in the first year, 1500 in the second year, and 800 in the third year. Okay, now he wants to find out whether this amount, how much will it be worth today. Okay, it is future cash flow, and how much will it be worth today. that is on day 0, that we are learning. So what will we do? Now this person, Ram, he wants a return of, let's say, 10%. He wants to earn 10%. That is his expected return. Okay. He wants to just earn 10% on his return, on his dividend income. Every year he wants 10%. So we will take this as discounting factor. This is his expected return and we'll take this as discounting factor. So if you can see, year 1, 2 and 3, the cash flows are 1000, 1500 and 800 as we discussed in the example. And this PV factor, how do we derive it? 1.1 divided by 1 equal to 0.909, 826 and 751. Okay. PV is 909. We get a PV of 2480 and it is positive. It has to be positive because it's just cash outflow, cash inflow, I mean. If let's suppose he gets even cash flow, okay, just 1000 every year, okay, 1000 every year, then we don't need to do it separately for every year. We will calculate PVAF, which means PV, present value annuity factor. Okay, we used to find present value factor, right? This is present value annuity factor. What does it mean? Annuity means 1.1 divided by, we'll do it 3 times, okay, and when we do GT, this amount will be our present value annuity factor. When we multiply it with 1000, we'll get our answer, the same answer. Not the same. If we do it individually, we'll get the same, and if we do it with PVAF, we'll get the same. In exam also sometimes they give PVAF. If there is perpetual cash flow, what do you mean by perpetual? See, perpetual is which does not end. A company has perpetual life. Okay, it is not dependent on any person, but a person does not have a perpetual life. Okay, so perpetual means forever. What is the PV? How do we calculate that? In case of perpetual cash flow, how do we calculate that? Suppose this person Ram, he's getting 1000 every year dividend infinitely. Okay, he wants 10% return annually. Okay, so how do we calculate its present value? We'll just do 1000, that is the perpetual cash flow, divided by the discounting factor. We'll get the answer 10,000. This is my present value. Okay, this concept is very important.